Thinking about selling a house in Queensland in 2025? There's one form that could blow up your whole deal. That's right, guys. Queensland used to be buyer beware, but now the police, they've flipped that script, guys. Welcome to seller confess territory, where one missing checkbox, one mistaken certificate, and the buyers can pull out after unconditional. Like, who thought honesty could cost you a mint? And oh guys, if you stick around to the end of this video, I'll show you how to grab my free, no paywall spreadsheet toolkit. I built it myself for Queensland buyers and sellers tackling the new disclosure rules. It's got cost trackers, document checklists, and timeline template, like the whole survival pack. So today in this property roast, we're going to look at the seismic shift from buyer beware to seller disclosure in Queensland. And then I'm going to talk about what this form, they call it the Form 2, what it demands sellers review before contract signing, and how mistakes spark contract terminations, even after you thought it was locked in. And also the hidden cost explosions, certificate fees, delays, and DIY traps. In this video, guys, you'll walk away knowing exactly how this affects everyday buyers and sellers, and why a $1,000 tech tool.
A Gold Coast startup has created a tech tool to generate a Form 2 in as little as 24
won't cover
hours.
Your backside. So firstly, guys, right off the back, we're going to look at buyer beware to mandatory seller disclosure. That's right, guys. In Queensland, from 1st of August 2025, sellers must supply a form. It's called a Form 2 seller disclosure statement. And on top of that, guys, you also have to grab a lot of other prescribed certificates before the buyer signs. And honestly, there's no dodging that, guys. According to the REIQ CEO, Antonia Masalarala, can't pronounce the surname, but he said, quote, "This is the most significant overhaul of Queensland property laws in decades," end quote. And according to Holden Ritlich briefing in July 2025, they said, quote, "Contracts executed without Form 2, well, the buyers can walk even after unconditional," end quote. And my take on this, guys, welcome to transparency policing. Police want your contract tidy, but they also want your cash if you fumble the paperwork. So right now you must be asking me, hey Q, what exactly must go in that Form 2? Well, let's break it down, guys. Now, Form 2, as I bring this up on screen, it includes 6 parts. And it's everything from title details to environmental flags, encumbrances, including unregistered titles, zoning or heritage listings, transport or resumption notices, and also on top of that, recent tenancy information, community title schemes and documents and body corporate certificates, also rates, water charges, and more. And according to the property law regulation, they said that, quote, "If you omit a material detail, even instantly, buyers can terminate anytime before settlement," end quote. And this is my take, guys. It's like telling your secrets to every buyer before they raise their hand. And for example, if you misremember one thing, they can technically bail post unconditional. Now that sucks. And this is where I reach the third part of this video. It's not cheap to prepare. This is the part where I talk about certificate costs, delays, and the DIY horror shows. Just imagine this. You need to show a buddy corporate certificate. If you're an average citizen of Australia and you're selling a property and you're thinking, hey, I need to prepare a buddy corporate certificate. I'm not saying some of you are dumb, but me included, if I'm not in the finance and property industry, I don't know what the hell is a buddy certificate. And I'm telling you right now, guys, that can eat up to 5 business days just to get that buddy corporate certificate. And even if you're choosing to use those tech companies that can produce those forms for you for, like, for example, $1,000 per Form 2. For example, there's a tech company at the moment that can promise 24-hour turnaround for $1,000 to fill the Form 2 for you. That is still an added cost. And who knows if they'll get it correct because they're just new in the market. And there is no trial and error on this because this requirement only started this week. And for those using them are just simply guinea pigs. And for those that want to DIY this or simply just want to rely on the agent to do this for them, I'm telling you, good luck on this. One line wrong and the buyer walks. So if you guys are watching thus far, I'm not going to leave you hanging like that. I produce a free Excel spreadsheet. You can download it. There's no paywall. It will offer you a guide as a seller. It has a checklist for you to start gathering your title searches, your CMS, your pool safety, your zoning, and all those tenancy docs. And I want you to go through that form at least 2 to 3 weeks before thinking about listing. Like, it's free, guys. Just go through it. All I ask from you is to hit a like on this video, hit a follow on this video so that the algorithm knows that you like these videos and more people can catch on to my channel. Now let's move to the fourth part of my video. We've talked about the seller side. Let's look at it from the buyer's point of view, right? Let's look at the buyer's rights and termination power even after unconditional. Because after the 1st of August this month, once the Form 2 is given, the buyer can still pull out before settlement. And as for the buyer, they have a 14-day refund window, but they have no compensation beyond that if the seller messes up. If you look at it from a buyer's point of view, that actually gives the buyers more power and more comfort in buying the property, just in case the seller does under-disclose something. For example, they say, oh, there's no concrete cancer. Oh, there's no structural damage. But then next minute, once you sign the contract, say your solicitor does a really bad job and do their due diligence, and then you found out from your building inspector, hey, goddamn, there's concrete cancer. There's a hidden tunnel to a mass grave over here that you didn't disclose. Like, I can see the justification that comes from this new law. But then if you look at it from the seller's point of view, this is not just a disclosure, right? I reckon it's a hidden exit hatch for buyers if they abuse it, right? Like when you sell the property, you thought it was locked in, lock and loaded. Nope. If you get the Form 2 wrong, buyer can walk, done and dusted, you got to put it back on the market again. So looking from both sides, the seller's point of view and the buyer's point of view, it's going to have a bit of a conflict over here, right? But while this is happening, this whole commotion of this happening, let's look at the mobs in Canberra. They're telling this as like raising the standard. Kind of feels like they're setting traps for sellers. Like they're sort of giving the license to third-party certifiers and tech tools to start banking and capitalizing on those people who are so confused with the Form 2, but need that to avoid buyers taking advantage of them. Like I'm talking about the usual process of buying and selling a house. They've added an extra cost into this because of this new Queensland law change. And what if this starts a movement? What if they start introducing this in New South Wales, Victoria, and all states? Like, what if this becomes a new norm that not only you have to have your conveyancing costs and stamp duty and all these other bank costs, on top of that, you got to add another $1,000 to $2,000 Form 2 checking costs, including in the sale of the property. I mean, like, again, I get it in a formal way, like the buyers right now in Queensland feel more protected. But from looking from a seller's point of view, for example, the buyers who buy the property, one day, guys, you also become the seller. So guys, this is my closing perspective for today. What I'm trying to say is transparency shouldn't cost you your sale. But then why are these dumb laws being dished out so buyers can walk out after unconditional? Shouldn't there be a clause that you can't abuse it to a certain point? I reckon with this new Queensland law, it's got to be a chaos period. There's got to be potential lawsuits, potential precedents. One person is suing another person for abusing these new laws. So my final statement for you guys is, if you're selling or buying Queensland, don't go alone. I suggest you just download that free spreadsheet I got for you. Just go to this website over here, go to the freebie section and download it. There's no paywall. And after that, if you're still bloody confused, I suggest you book a 15-minute strategy call with me or a 60-minute deep dive for me to hook you up with my respected solicitors if you need an independent legal advice on how you should counteract this. And if you do need financial advice, I can hook you up with my financial planners and my accountants. And most importantly, I can design a holistic lending strategy for you to build up your property portfolio and end the generational curse in your family. But then, hey guys, if you're not ready, just download my free spreadsheet, go through it, spread it to your mates in Queensland that are selling their property. Most importantly, if you love this video and you downloaded it and you want to thank me, just like this video, hit the follow button for more videos like this, and most importantly, smash the share button. Share this knowledge to your mate because knowledge is power. And until next time, I'll see you in another episode of That Property Roast.